The West Virginia rental laws act as the baseline rules for landlords and tenants in the state. Understanding these laws can be an important way of resolving and preventing common disputes. We're eForms, the world's largest online database of fillable legal forms, and in this video we'll cover situations in which West Virginia's rental laws come into play, the way the laws shape lease agreements, and the rules surrounding evictions in the state. Watch all the way through to the end of this video to find a link to a lease agreement that meets West Virginia requirements and can be modified to your situation. So, what are the West Virginia rental laws? Technically speaking, they are a group of statutes that address certain rights and responsibilities of landlords and tenants. They are not, however, a comprehensive guide to landlord and tenant issues. That's because in West Virginia and other states, most of the answers to landlord-tenant questions are not found in the laws. They're found in the lease agreement signed by the landlord and the tenant. For example, there is no law on the maximum late rent fee, only a law saying that the fee must be specifically identified in the lease agreement. Instead, rental laws are like ground rules for what terms a lease can and cannot have, no matter what the landlord and tenant have agreed to. Most residential lease agreements begin as standard leases, in which a landlord and tenant agree that the tenancy will last for at least 1 year. Once the standard lease ends, it typically converts into a month-to-month lease agreement. A month-to-month lease can be ended by either party so long as adequate notice is provided. West Virginia's rental law requires 30 days notice to terminate a month-to-month lease. Unlike many states, West Virginia's rental laws do not set a maximum security deposit. However, if a landlord does require a security deposit, the laws do dictate what it can be used for, including paying overdue utilities and repairing damage to the property. They also require that any value remaining from the deposit be returned to the tenant within 60 days at the end of the lease or 45 days of a new tenancy at the property, whichever comes first. Although understanding rental laws can help landlords and tenants avoid disputes, sometimes matters prove irreconcilable. In this case, West Virginia's eviction rules come into play. If a tenant commits some violation of a lease agreement, such as failing to pay rent or damaging the property, a landlord may terminate the lease. Unlike most states, there is no notice requirement in West Virginia to begin the eviction process. Keep in mind, though, that this does not mean an eviction can take place immediately. That requires filing a petition in court, giving the tenant a chance to respond, and eventually a court hearing. For more details on West Virginia's rental laws, check out the links in the video description. And for more videos on legal issues in everyday life, click the subscribe button below.